episode of Off The Script Extra. Is Randy Orton slated to win the 2017 Royal Rumble? Also, rumors circulating this afternoon that Rey Mysterio and Kota Ibushi will be surprise entrants in the Royal Rumble on Sunday night. All this, plus so much more, right here on Off The Script.
Fill your glasses up and put your headphones in, because it's time for Off The Script. And all you fucking goons and assholes, get in line and hit subscribe, because it's time for Off The Script. Hit the like button and share it around. You can even pull your fucking pants down, because it's time for Off The Script with JD from New York 206, because it's time for Off The Script, because it's time for Off The Script.
What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. Thank you so much for tuning back into the channel this afternoon on this Royal Rumble Eve, Saturday afternoon, January 28th, 2017. Off The Script Extra, getting you guys ready the very best that I can with all the latest news and rumors as we head into the big Royal Rumble pay-per-view tomorrow night on the WWE Network. And there is a lot of speculation right now, so much that it is very difficult for me to handle and keep up with. I gotta sort through a bunch of shit because I don't want to sit here and report something that is completely outlandish. I only am going to pick the most plausible news and rumors, the most believable articles that I could find. Some of these are just random websites that I come across that you guys send me. Some of them are actually paid subscriptions that I am a part of. So I am trying to sort out all this bullshit. It seems to be more bullshit than anything this weekend. And I honestly have a feeling, and I would not be surprised at this aspect, that WWE is holding their cards very close to their fucking chest, man. They're sitting at the poker table, they got the fucking thick sunglasses on, and you cannot tell what they're gonna do, man. They got that poker face going. I will tell you that. And I would not be surprised if WWE actually leaks out bullshit to a Meltzer or a Mike Johnson or any of these random fucking sites with any credibility. I would not be surprised if WWE leaks out bullshit that you might think happens and they do the complete opposite. Do something completely different. So it would not be the first time they did that, and I would not be shocked if that actually took place on Sunday night. I'm just letting you know where I'm coming from with that. I would not be surprised at all. But I want to thank everybody for watching Off The Script Extra and Off The Script this weekend. We had a monumental first part for episode 154 on Friday, man. We had a bunch of shit going on. Big episode. NXT tonight, which I will be doing a review of the show as soon as it goes off the air. Rude Nakamura NXT title. Preview and predictions for that show in Friday's episode, and then the Royal Rumble preview and predictions, everything that I want to see, my thoughts, who I think is going to be in the Final Four, who I want to win, who I think is going to win, the realistic, conclusion from my crazy mind. So make sure you guys go and check that out. Link will be down in the description, and it'll be linked in the video with a video annotation. Make sure you guys check that out. 2.5 hours long, almost 3 hours of fucking Off The Script on Friday, man. It was a bitch to record, and the views, man, they're really making me happy. That video now is close to 50,000 views, and that's how big the Royal Rumble weekend is going to be, man, for everybody. Not only content creators, but for the WWE, man. It's the #1 trending topic worldwide right now is the Royal Rumble. And like I said, I'm going to do my very best to get you guys ready for it. If you guys are watching today, the video and Off The Script Extra and Off The Script each and every weekend is brought to you by Audible. Audible.com is giving you guys a 30-day free trial of the service. Make sure you guys go and check that out. I've been loving the support for Audible, man. They're supporting the podcast, and you guys are supporting them right back. You guys are tweeting me your free audiobook. Sign up for the service, 30 days free at audibletrial.com ProWrestlingTees.com/offthescript. You can try the service for free, and they're giving you one free audio book just for signing up, man. Tons of wrestling books out there, over 180,000 books to choose from. And if you guys do sign up, tweet me on Twitter at JD from NY206. Take a screenshot of the book that you actually chose for signing up for the free trial, and I'll retweet you guys every single time. And I love it. Thank you for showing support to Audible. It's audibletrial.com/offthescript. And if you end up canceling after the 30 days, you get to keep your book for free. They're not going to charge you a goddamn dime. But thank you guys and everybody that is signed up with audibletrial.com. Getting on to the news, guys. We got some blockbuster news here with Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt. I wanted to talk about this on Off the Script Part 2 that I uploaded this morning at 11 a.m., but I figured this would be a great Royal Rumble video on its own. The latest that I've been hearing for the last 48 hours is Randy Orton winning the Royal Rumble. Bray Wyatt going into the Elimination Chamber and winning the WWE Championship, or vice versa. Bray Wyatt can win the Royal Rumble, Randy Orton can win the WWE Championship. Either way you look at it, WWE has had plans for the last week or so, or at least stemming from this week, pitting Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt, I'm guessing for the control of the Wyatt family, for Wyatt family supremacy. They have plans and ideas for these two to main event WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. That's quite interesting if you ask me. Now, if you want my honest opinion about this, Randy Orton's been fantastic, okay? I love Bray Wyatt. He's been a huge favorite of mine since he debuted. I have wanted nothing more than Bray Wyatt to get what he deserves, and that is a main event push, a world championship, and being the guy, because I think he deserves it. The body of work that he has done in the last 3 years, 4 years has definitely shown it. He's a great wrestler. He's a great promo. He's got a great look. And I would love to see a world championship on him one of these days. But do I think this is a main event WrestleMania match? No. Absolutely not. I don't think this is going to really get it done at WrestleMania. I'm not saying that they can't have a great match with the title on the line. I'm just saying that the way everything has been going for the Wyatt family, and I'm not talking about the recent resurgence of the Wyatt family. It's going to take more than just, putting Randy Orton in the Wyatt family and having a nice little storyline program on SmackDown to make me believe that these guys can headline WrestleMania. Okay? First of all, I don't want to see Randy Orton win the Royal Rumble. I don't want to see anybody like a Randy Orton win the Royal Rumble, and that's including The Undertaker, a Goldberg, a Brock Lesnar. I want the Royal Rumble to be a platform for a Samoa Joe or a Sami Zayn or a Finn Balor. The vanilla midgets, mind you, okay? Because I know some fucking idiot in the comment section is going to be like, oh, look at this fucking Mark. He thinks he's telling everybody who should win the Royal Rumble, and his opinion is the only one that matters. No, I think the Royal Rumble should be used as a platform to enhance talent that deserves it. Randy Orton has seen his Royal Rumbles. Randy Orton has seen his WrestleMania main events. Randy Orton has seen his day. He's a Hall of Famer, okay? Future Hall of Famer. I don't want to see something like this come out of the Royal Rumble. I really don't. Because if Randy Orton wins the Royal Rumble, I will say this. I'm going to sit there and I'm going to be like, it's not bad. It's not good, but it's whatever. You shrug your shoulders and then you move on to the next day. I want to see the Royal Rumble unfold, and I want to fucking jump out of my seat with excitement over somebody we did not expect winning the Royal Rumble. Okay? Bray Wyatt, I wouldn't mind if he won the Royal Rumble. If you're talking to me about Bray Wyatt winning the Royal Rumble, fine. Fine. But all this talk about Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt, I just don't see it. I don't know what it is. I just don't see it as a main event match. Now, there were rumors going around that AJ Styles might be thrown into this mess and have a triple threat match with Styles, Orton, and Wyatt. Do I think that could main event? Yes. I think those three would have a fucking phenomenal triple threat match, and I don't want triple threat matches or fatal four ways to be the top match at WrestleMania. I like it traditional. One-on-one title main event. Close the show. Okay? Who's the best? That's what I think WrestleMania should be about. But I think that would work better than just a singles match with Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt. They didn't have a great match at all when they main evented. What was it? No Mercy they main evented? At SmackDown's, brand exclusive pay-per-view back in October. They main evented that over The Miz and Dolph Ziggler, which was a mistake then. They didn't do anything for the main event then. And I don't blame them. The fucking feud was put together in 2 weeks, and then they put them on at the end of the show. But now we have a little bit more of a storyline. We got a little bit more of a blueprint for what these guys are doing and what they're going for. Do I think this results in a main event? Do I see this storyline resulting in a main event at WrestleMania? No, I don't. And that does not generate excitement for me at all. Now, you put AJ Styles in a triple threat. Yes, I think that would be a great match. I would love to see the dynamic of AJ and Wyatt or AJ and Orton. I would love to see that. And I think they could do a lot if that is the case. And I know a lot of you would like to see that over the proposed plan for AJ Styles and Shane McMahon. Because nobody right now is on board with that. Though I think the match is intriguing, though I think it would be a great match, and I think it would surprise a lot of people just based on who Shane McMahon is and what he would do at WrestleMania to give you your money's worth with AJ Styles. And we all know how great AJ Styles is. He would carry Shane McMahon to a great match. I think it would be one of those matches that gets overlooked because they don't like the position AJ Styles is in, so they're really not going to be invested. But when it does happen, and then when we see what these guys could do together in the ring at WrestleMania, and Shane McMahon being a huge risk taker, I think it would end up, raising a lot of eyebrows. That's just my honest opinion on that. But as for Randy Orton, the latest right now is Randy Orton winning the Royal Rumble. Okay, according to a new report, that may happen on Sunday. There have been internal discussions about Randy Orton winning the Royal Rumble match this Sunday, which would guarantee him a championship opportunity at WrestleMania. What's even more interesting is the second part of the equation, which would see Bray Wyatt win the WWE Championship in the Elimination Chamber in February. Okay? This is great. That's fine. That's fine. Okay? You want to come up with ideas? Fine. Keep it an idea. I do not see this happening. It's great that WWE's throwing ideas out there. It's great that WWE is thinking, but I honestly do believe, like I mentioned in the beginning, I do believe WWE might be leaking ideas or getting ideas out there to the dirt sheets and have something happen on Sunday that nobody fucking expected. Now, this is something that nobody expects, but I'm not going to find this to be the best option for WrestleMania. And quite frankly, do you see WrestleMania plans without John Cena? Honestly. Do you see Bray Wyatt winning the WWE Championship on the road to WrestleMania? Do you see WWE giving Bray Wyatt the rub during WrestleMania season over John Cena and his 16th title reign? I just don't see John Cena not being there. I just don't see it. How are you going to put Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt and what they're doing and make it more important over what John Cena is doing? This WrestleMania, whether you want to believe it or not, whether you fucking hate him or love him, I don't fucking give a shit. This is about John Cena. We don't know what John Cena is doing after WrestleMania, but I know WWE is all about, and the reason why John Cena is back and in a prominent program right now going into the Royal Rumble is about his 16th title reign. I don't see WWE overlooking that. Okay? I honestly would rather see Samoa Joe win the Royal Rumble. Give him, because I don't see anybody that's going to be as tough as Samoa Joe besides a Lesnar or a Goldberg in that Royal Rumble. I do not see anybody eliminating a Samoa Joe just like he's a normal fucking dude. He's not a normal dude. I honestly think Samoa Joe, right now, besides Sami Zayn, is the best option. Now, he's not even confirmed for the Royal Rumble, but we're all assuming he is. We're all assuming he is. Samoa Joe is a better choice to win the Royal Rumble than either a Randy Orton or Bray Wyatt. Because John Cena, to me, would be the WWE Champion going into WrestleMania. I firmly believe that. And I think Samoa Joe winning the Royal Rumble sets up a great match with John Cena and Samoa Joe. John Cena can go and film his new fucking movie. He could drop the title to Joe. We can see Joe headline SmackDown Live as a heel champion. And then WWE really could turn AJ Styles face if they wanted him to be face, to feud with a heel Joe. That makes everybody wet in the pants, doesn't it? Every time AJ Styles comes out, AJ Styles chants ring out through the arena. He even said it himself, it's very tough to be a heel on SmackDown Live when everybody's chanting your fucking name. You know? So if WWE wants Joe to win and Joe to be a dominant heel with the WWE Championship and then have AJ Styles come back into the picture as a babyface to challenge a heel Joe, I'm all for that, man. I think everybody else would be too, more so than this. I'd rather see that be the end result than what we see here. I don't think Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt need the WWE Championship. It's just an idea that I do believe WWE is throwing out there to pretty much get everybody excited and sway their view on what really is going to happen. This is not happening at the Royal Rumble. I would be shocked if WWE went with this and gave Bray Wyatt a main event program at WrestleMania. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. And I don't believe the feud, though it's been great, I've loved it, I don't see it being that hot and that intriguing to everybody for it to close WrestleMania. I don't. If you're going to do this, AJ Styles needs to be included. That's just the way I'm thinking on that, okay? Now, where was I? We noted over the past 2 weeks that WrestleMania was expected to be finalized at the end of this week, okay? Which it was. Meltzer reported it. I talked about it on Off The Script this afternoon. We went over the card, okay? Several matches I don't like. There's only one or two that I actually do like. WWE actually gave us the worst of the scenarios for WrestleMania. Go figure. You know? So that was leaked, and Meltzer did touch on that. Okay? Officials are putting the finishing touches on the outcome of the Royal Rumble, and that should be the main priority right now. Everything else will fall in line after that. It hasn't been totally completed, though current plans do call for Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt to face off at WrestleMania this coming April. Whether they win the Royal Rumble, one of them does, or the championship at the Chamber or not, they are slated for a match, which I said already does not need the WWE Championship. Save that for something else. Okay? I don't see this needing the WWE Championship. I think Bray Wyatt being in the ring with Randy Orton is a big enough rub. I would love to see it, and maybe Bray Wyatt goes over at WrestleMania. I do believe that should be the plan going forward. This year's Royal Rumble match has been more unpredictable than in recent years, with a revolving door of scenarios and speculation. Nobody knows what the fuck is going on, and we're all going into this more excited than we have been in previous years. I will tell you that. Leading up to Sunday, the most common names we heard that have had the most consideration to win the Royal Rumble are Brock Lesnar, Goldberg, Undertaker, Braun Strowman. Okay? Joe and Balor are in contention, and they are being talked about, being that Balor never lost the Universal Championship, and that Joe is just a beast of nature, and winning the Royal Rumble would be absolutely 100% believable from someone like Samoa Joe. But Lesnar, Goldberg, Undertaker, those are the three guys being promoted. I do not see them winning. And if one of those wins, the only one I would understand is The Undertaker. Now, what The Undertaker does from there on out remains to be seen. I already discussed this on Off The Script. Him challenging for the WWE Championship, John Cena or AJ Styles, would probably be the best scenario. But WWE is talking about doing The Undertaker challenging for the Universal Championship and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. I would love to see the fucking promo as to why he would do that over a John Cena AJ Styles match and the WWE Championship. It makes no fucking sense to me. And I went over that extensively and Off The Script this morning. Lesnar, Goldberg, I do not believe they are winning it. It would be fucking painfully obvious, and I don't want to see either one of those guys main event WrestleMania. I don't. It's not intriguing to me, and it's not WrestleMania worthy, if you ask me. It's not. I don't care what anybody says. Undertaker, only way I would take it is if it's John Cena or AJ Styles. Braun Strowman, again, I think there would be revolt, and I think there would be unhappiness if Braun Strowman won, because I think the majority of us can agree that Braun Strowman is very green, and he's not ready for a main event spot at WrestleMania. I think Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns would have worked if Roman was still the United States champion. But if Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns do battle for the Universal Championship, it's certainly not main event WrestleMania. It'll be on the undercard. And that I don't mind. That I do not mind. But it's not a main event match for WrestleMania. Joe John Cena is, yes. Balor versus Roman Reigns is, yes. I said that for a couple weeks now. I said that dating back to a month ago, where I gave you all the possible Royal Rumble scenarios. I could see WWE doing Balor and Roman Reigns. That is a marquee match I do believe WWE is definitely going to revisit in 2017. Because that's just how they operate. I could certainly see that happening. Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt have remained relatively under the radar. Now, it could happen. That could be one of those scenarios that nobody expected. But I just don't see WWE doing that with SmackDown. Okay? I don't see it happening with SmackDown. And all the fucking shit that we had come our way as far as news and rumors has pointed in every single situation to a Monday Night Raw superstar winning the Royal Rumble. That's just the way it is. I just don't see Randy Orton or Bray Wyatt or a SmackDown superstar winning the Royal Rumble. I don't. I just don't. So, it could happen, but the likelihood of it happening is not. I just don't see it. Even though Bray Wyatt hit Luke Harper with Sister Abigail after Randy Orton went over in the match, it's still not abundantly clear where the family stands. At the moment, Orton and Wyatt are aligned, but it remains to be seen how Harper responds to Tuesday's outcome. I think there'll be something in the Royal Rumble. Maybe Luke Harper eliminates Bray Wyatt from the Royal Rumble. Maybe eliminates Randy Orton. Maybe he gets his revenge in the Rumble. But I don't see it having an outcome on the finale, you know? I don't see it being a situation that's going to have a direct, feeler on the outcome of the match. I don't. I think it's going to happen within the match, and something's going to happen there that sets up their next step in this program. I don't think either of them are winning it. Regardless, there will be a time, likely over the course of the next 3 weeks, that Randy Orton absolves himself from the Wyatt family. He's penciled in to face Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania right now. In fact, it's the only SmackDown match currently set in stone for the show, according to Dave Meltzer. And there is now a really good chance that the match could be for the WWE Championship if these rumors are true. AJ Styles, as it stands now, is not expected to enter WrestleMania as champion, so he'll either drop it to John Cena at the Royal Rumble or the Elimination Chamber in 2 weeks to Bray Wyatt. I will definitely keep you guys posted on all of that. Rey Mysterio returning to the Royal Rumble, as well as Kota Ibushi being a surprise entrant in the Royal Rumble. The last time we seen Rey Mysterio, we seen him on WWE programming around WrestleMania 30, and that was an edition of Monday Night Raw. He lost to Wade Barrett, and then took an extended hiatus from WWE television until his contract with WWE finally expired in 2015 on February 26th. Since then, he's been wrestling for AAA and Lucha Underground, as he is now in a feud with the Monster Matanza on Lucha Underground on El Rey. Mysterio has found success outside WWE over the past 2 years. He's still a highly credible name, very sought-after name. He's helped Lucha Underground, like I said. However, it was reported that some new rumors began to circulate about a possible return for Mysterio around WrestleMania 32, that he would be unavailable for the grandest stage and would likely make a return to WWE after his commitments to Lucha Underground were all up. Now, according to recent reports, Rey Mysterio's contract with Lucha Underground has expired. The WWE Universe was aware that his contract would be set to expire sometime in 2017 because it killed the rumor that Mysterio could return for WrestleMania 32 or SummerSlam last year. Just because Rey's not under a deal with another promotion doesn't mean he's a lock for the Royal Rumble either on Sunday. However, it's been teased by Conan on his podcast that Mysterio could be one of the 30 participants in the Rumble match. Nothing is confirmed, but it is a plausible possibility for the former WWE World Champion to return at the pay-per-view. Even if he does make his WWE return, there's no way to know if he would be back for good under a WWE Legends deal, or there would be a one-off appearance for a fun surprise on Sunday. We don't know. But if he is back, he certainly would go to SmackDown, because Rey and SmackDown go one and the other. You know, it's the same. It has to be SmackDown. He is blue. Rey Mysterio has always been better affiliated with the SmackDown brand, but I'm not even thinking that far ahead. We don't even know outside of a tease by Conan on his podcast. A big factor that may determine if we see Mysterio inside a WWE ring again is his health. He has a long list of injuries throughout his career, especially during his 13 years working with the WWE. He was consistently injured, which hurt his momentum. He's been healthy the past few years, but Lucha Underground's schedule has also been easy on him because of his star power. It would be very interesting to see Rey Mysterio fit into WWE's roster this present day. On paper, he could still fill the role that WWE's trying to fill, or was trying to fill with Alberto Del Rio before his release last year. WWE has not been able to replace Mysterio's appeal and marketability with that Latino audience since he left, so bringing him back to the company would make a lot of sense for WWE officials, especially on a limited schedule. There is a bunch of new talent for him to work with on Raw or SmackDown. For instance, Mysterio and AJ Styles. That would be a great match. They would put on a show for SmackDown for sure for any type of match really. But you know, if AJ is still the world champion, I'd love to see that be a championship match. Rather have it be a one-time thing. The WWE Universe could see that at SummerSlam or even WrestleMania 33. But I'm not even going that far. That's just a pipe dream. There are many possibilities for Rey Mysterio to continue working with WWE going forward while he's still able to commit to outside projects. Recently, he's been training his son Dominic to wrestle. A part-time deal with WWE would allow him to do that, work a few shows outside the company, and have some huge matches to add to his legacy in WWE. The fact is, Rey Mysterio returning to WWE during the Royal Rumble would be best for business. It's just a matter of if the two sides can work out a deal in time for Sunday's pay-per-view. Is it possible? Of course it is. He's a free agent. WWE wanted to sign him to a one-off and get him in the Rumble to boost the star power and make this the biggest Rumble of all time. Rey Mysterio's name certainly would add to that. But you know, WWE, they would bring Rey Mysterio back. They would see the reaction he gets. People still want him in the company. They'd add him right to the roster. And trust me, they could use talent for this brand split initiative. Okay. Now, Rey Mysterio under a part-time deal, that would be best. You're not going to have him tour. You're not going to have him go on the road. You know, it is what it is. He's old. He's banged up. And he's not 100%. He'll never be 100% again. But if you can still get matches out of him, if you can still give us fans dream matches and dream scenarios, and you can build SmackDown and give SmackDown that shot in the arm it needs, you know, especially with the roster filling a huge main event spot there, Rey Mysterio is it. If he's a free agent, I say go after him. I think that would do a lot, not only for WWE, but for SmackDown Live. Now, as far as Kota Ibushi, for the Royal Rumble match, there are still 8 spots remaining. There's 22 announced. There's only 8 spots remaining. We don't know who those 8 spots are going to. It's been talked about that we got Pete Dunne from the UK tournament. He could take up a spot. I'm hearing Tyler Bate might take up a spot. Some of the cruiserweights might take a spot up. There was a graphic when Mojo Rawley won. There's been news circulating that when Mojo Rawley won the Royal Rumble Battle Royal on SmackDown to get entry into the Royal Rumble match, there was a little graphic on the screen with a bunch of names, and Zack Sabre Jr.'s name was in the list of names. It was probably computer generated with WWE's entire list of fucking names who's been in that company and out of that company. But Zack Sabre Jr. could be a part of the Royal Rumble. We don't know. Okay, it could be anybody. Some legends could come back. We could see Kevin Nash. We could see X-Pac. We could see Diamond Dallas Page, Booker T, Jerry Lawler. Who the fuck knows what they're doing? All right, but I would rather be it, you know, someone who we totally do not expect, like a Kota Ibushi. Now, the possibility of whether Ibushi would fill one of those slots, Meltzer replied, it's possible, giving you his Magic 8-Ball answer, but I don't think so. Rolling Stone magazine added to this speculation and added to what Meltzer said. That also speaks to how WWE might be using the Royal Rumble from now on. With its acquisition of independent talent from all over the world, anyone who is main roster ready could theoretically pop up in that match. Styles might have been the first, but he's almost certainly not going to be the last indie star to make their debut in the Royal Rumble. The rumor mill has been churning, as it does every year for a couple of months now, that, you know, who's going to be in it, who's the surprise, with people like Kota Ibushi, Kyle O'Reilly, and any of WWE's UK Championship Tournament competitors being talked about for a slot. Making a name for himself all across Japan, Ibushi increased his popularity after competing for New Japan Pro Wrestling. Ibushi lost to Finn Balor in 2009 and 2010 during the Best of the Super Juniors tournament. I would love to see Kota Ibushi in the Royal Rumble. I would love to see Kota Ibushi and Finn Balor go at it in the Royal Rumble. I'd love to see a stare down there. I think everybody would enjoy that, who has known their history. I think that would be fun, you know, but Ibushi flying all over the place, you know, he's not going to be able to do a lot of his high spots in the Royal Rumble, being that, you know, that's not really one of the best mindsets to have going into a match like that. But, again, I'm under the impression, and I have this opinion the last couple of days with all these names, especially a bigger name like Nakamura, which we talked about on Off The Script. I just don't like somebody debuting in the Royal Rumble. If you're going to be on the WWE roster and you know you're going to have a fucking major role on the shows, why would you go into the Royal Rumble, especially someone like Nakamura, go into the Royal Rumble and not win it? You know? I understand someone like Ibushi. He's not even a contracted WWE work. If you want to bring him in, fine. That adds star power. That's great. You want to bring in Mysterio? We know he's not going to win it. That's great. Fine. Whatever. But if you're putting a Nakamura, or if you're bringing in a fucking Kenny Omega that was talked about for fucking months now, for weeks, it makes no sense. Those guys, realistically, have every fucking bit to win it than anybody else. And if they're not going to win it, why are you going to put them in there? Those guys are Royal Rumble quintessential winners right there. You're not going to put them in there and have them be eliminated. You know, they make a bigger splash if you debut them on a main roster show with a big situation and a big star of a storyline. You're not going to put a Nakamura in the Royal Rumble and have him eliminated after you built him up the way you have on NXT. I mean, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. The only guy that's beat him is Samoa Joe. The only guy that's beat him is Samoa Joe. How are you going to have Nakamura go in the Royal Rumble and get eliminated by, I don't know, somebody? You know, a Dolph Ziggler or Roman Reigns. Come on, man. It's fucking ridiculous. If Nakamura's in the Rumble, that's someone who is absolutely at the top of the fucking list to win it. And should be treated as such. Ibushi, he's not a contracted worker. Rey Mysterio's not a contracted worker. Who cares about them? Get them in there. It only highlights the great Royal Rumble that we're about to see anyway, and it adds to the star power. And WWE could brag that 2017 was the biggest Royal Rumble name-wise in the history. So do it. It'll be fun for the fans. It'll be fun for the company. It'll be fun for the match. Do it. Ibushi and Rey Mysterio add more to the fun factor and to the unpredictability and to the fun of us sitting at home counting down, waiting for that buzzer to go off. Who's going to come out? I'd rather see an Ibushi come out than a fucking Booker T or a DDP or a fucking Jerry the King Lawler. Or knowing them, they'll probably put fucking El Torito in the fucking match. They'll probably put fucking Nia Jax in the match for all we fucking know. You know, it's a fucking waste. So I like it. Do it. It would add to the fun and unpredictability of the match when that buzzer goes off. But those are the latest rumors right now for the Royal Rumble. Randy Orton winning the Royal Rumble. It's possible. I'm not going to say it is. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's not happening, but it's not happening. You know, I just don't see it happening. If it does, my jaw's going to hit the fucking ground. Bray Wyatt, I would take it, but I don't see Bray Wyatt in a main event at WrestleMania. I don't see it. I don't see them bypassing the John Cena initiative, because this is all about John Cena, and you got to understand that. Rey Mysterio in the Rumble, it's possible he's a free agent. Anything can happen. We won't know until Sunday night. Ibushi, same thing. He's not a contracted worker. They can bring him in. He's been known to work with the WWE on occasion when he's got nothing to do. Bring him in. It's a one-night thing. It's a nice payday. Take your money and go home. You know, you make an appearance. So those two are possible, and I just don't see Randy Orton or Bray Wyatt winning the Royal Rumble. I just don't. It's all about John Cena and the 16th title reign going into WrestleMania. Thank you guys so much for Off The Script Extra. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that thumbs up and check out Off The Script today. Part 2 is up right now, so make sure you guys go and check that out after you're done watching this if you have not done so already. Follow me on Twitter at JD from NY206. I will be tweeting all night long during NXT TakeOver San Antonio, and then obviously with the Royal Rumble coming up, it's going to be very imperative to follow me with all the updates and all my opinions live as it's happening. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you to all the newbies who subscribed. I greatly appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button if you have not done so already. JD from NY206. Keeping you in the loop and bringing you these videos all weekend long, getting you guys ready and filling you all in on the rumors taking place during Royal Rumble weekend. I'm JD. Hit that thumbs up. audibletrial.com/offthescript for your free audio book. And I will see you guys whenever I hear anything else about late-breaking news for Sunday's Royal Rumble. I'll talk to you later.